It all started when I was working in my wife's father's company. He was the CEO, and I had worked my way up, proving myself loyal, hardworking, and efficient. I never expected favors from him just because I was married to his daughter, but I thought at least he respected me for what I brought to the table. 4 years, I gave my best, believing I had secured a stable future for my family and myself. But one day, everything came crashing down. My father-in-law called me into his office with a look of arrogance on his face. Without hesitation, he told me he was replacing me with his 17-year-old son, my wife's younger brother. I was stunned. The boy was still in school, had zero business knowledge, and definitely no experience. I asked if it was a joke, but his sharp glare told me it wasn't. He said, "Family always comes first. You were never really one of us." I walked out of that office humiliated. My wife didn't defend me either. She simply said, "It's my dad's decision, you'll find something else." Her coldness cut deeper than the betrayal from her father. I realized at that moment that I was nothing more than a disposable tool in their eyes. They thought I would bow my head, accept defeat, and move on quietly. But they underestimated me. For weeks, I stayed silent and pretended to accept my fate. But behind the scenes, I began making plans. I had built strong connections with clients during my years at the company. Many of them trusted me more than they trusted the firm itself. I slowly reached out to them, telling them of my new vision, my own company, built on transparency, loyalty, and real hard work. To my surprise, several major clients immediately agreed to support me. They said the only reason they had stayed with my father-in-law's company was because of me. Within months, I launched my own business. It was tough at first, but every long night and every sacrifice fueled my determination for revenge. I wasn't just building a company. I was preparing to take back everything they had stolen from me. Meanwhile, my wife's little brother was playing CEO like it was a video game. He had no discipline, no skills, and no respect for the position. He made terrible decisions, partied away company money, and ruined long-standing relationships with clients. My father-in-law still defended him, believing his son would eventually grow into the role. But by then, the damage had already begun. As my company grew stronger, theirs began to crumble. The clients who shifted to my side gave me enough momentum to expand rapidly. I hired some of the best talent in the industry, people who were sick of my father-in-law's arrogance. Slowly but surely, the tables were turning. I was no longer the outcast son-in-law. I was becoming a direct competitor. The moment that truly marked my revenge came during a business conference. My company was announced as the official partner for a massive project that my father-in-law had been chasing for years. When my name was called on stage, I saw his face freeze in shock. My wife, who was sitting beside him, looked away in shame. In that moment, I knew they regretted underestimating me. At home, my wife's attitude shifted. Suddenly, she wanted to be supportive, praising my success and asking about my plans. But I hadn't forgotten how she stayed silent when her father humiliated me. Her loyalty had been tested once, and she had failed. I wasn't going to let her reap the rewards of a battle she never fought beside me. My father-in-law, once proud and arrogant, was now desperate. His son had nearly bankrupted the company, and he tried reaching out to me for help. He even offered me a partnership to reunite the family. But I rejected him politely, reminding him of the day he told me I would never truly belong. Revenge tasted sweeter because I didn't need to humiliate him publicly. His downfall was already proof of his foolishness. Soon, word spread across the business world. I was no longer known as just the CEO's son-in-law. I was recognized as a strong leader who had built something from the ground up. Meanwhile, my father-in-law's company became a cautionary tale of arrogance and nepotism. The same people who once ignored me now respected me. The balance had completely shifted. As for my marriage, I realized it had been built on convenience, not loyalty. My wife's silence during my darkest time was proof enough. I decided to walk away from her and her toxic family. The divorce was messy, but I had already built my independence, and nothing they did could break me again. In the end, I didn't just take revenge. I built a life where I didn't need their approval. My father-in-law regretted replacing me with his inexperienced son, but by then, it was too late. I had taken everything they thought I could never achieve, and I walked away stronger than ever. Moral life teaches us that betrayal often comes from those closest to us, but silence and patience can become the strongest form of revenge. Success earned through hard work is the loudest answer to arrogance and disrespect. Lesson never depend on others for your worth. Stand on your own, and even the ones who threw you aside will one day regret it. Respect, once broken, can't be repaired, but self-respect builds a foundation that no one can destroy.